Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to walk you guys through all the products that I've hit pan on at the moment. And it's a good bit of palette, so let's just get started and take a look at it, see what's changed as well, because there's been some changes, there's been some things. I feel like my hair is not working. Anyway, there's been some things that are pretty much the same, so let's take a look. Starting off with my NYX runway collection, or what was it? Yeah, runway collection eyeshadow palette in Strik Pose. In here I have hit pan on 3 shades. It has been the case for a little while. That is the yellow, the brownish shade down here, as well as the white. And yeah, I haven't made much more progress on this over the last year, but this might be my panda palette at some point. There's some dips in some of the shades here as well. So yeah, just hasn't rolled into any of my projects this year. We've got the Strik Pose. No, that's not. We've got the Secret World palette as well from that same runway collection. And in here I had pan in 3 shades before. 1, 2, 3. But as you can see, there is pan in the dark green right here now as well. This was in the Panner's Pan project for Rebecca, and I managed to hit pan on that. So 4 pans in this one at the moment. 1 more than there used to be. Then here we have the Oh So Special palettes. In here I am working on the dark brown right here, but I haven't hit pan on that one. So 1, 2, 3, those are the pans that I have and that I have had for a little while now. And I have a feeling I'm not going to hit pan on the dark brown before the end of the year either. So it's probably going to stay the same. Then I've got multiple sleek palettes in a row now. This is the original palette. And in here we did have something that changed. I have pan in a good few shades in here. I already had pan in the dark green, in this like bronzy-ish shade, the purple and the pink, oh, and the white right here. But I have since also hit pan in the dark blue. It's only the tiniest speck of pan, but pan is pan. So we've got 6 pans in this palette right now, which means that half of the palette is showing pan, which is pretty nice. So it's just a very shimmery, colorful palette, so I don't see that becoming my panda palette anytime soon, but maybe if I hit some more pans, it will roll in as my panda palette at some point. Anyway, next sleek palettes. This is the sleek Circus palette, and in here, kind of boring, I guess, but I've hit pan in this orange shade, and that's been there for, I think, 2 years or so now, so yeah. Nothing changed in here. I haven't really touched that palette this year. We've got the sleek Jewels palette, and in here I had already hit pan on this army green shade, but since then, you can probably see it, I have also hit pan in this like reddish chrome bronzy shade. I don't know my colors anymore. So yeah, 2 pans in this right now. I only had 1 at the start of the year, or at least during my last update in April as well, so that's another improvement. Then we have my Naked palette, and in the Naked palette I have pan in 1 new shade, actually. I almost forgot. I already had pan in the golden shade here, this one, and this one I'm using in my brows. As you can see, there isn't a whole lot left of this shade right here anymore, Naked. And then I have hit pan in Sin somewhat recently, like over the last couple of months. So 4 pans in this palette at the moment and 1 empty pan. They're all kind of in the lighter shades, so still have some work to do on the darker shades in here. But it's nice to see. This palette has been in my collection for a really long time, so it's good to see that, like, it definitely looks used at this point. Then we have another Urban Decay palette. This is the Vice palette, and in the Vice palette I've also hit a new pan, so also very exciting. Like, I keep showing the same palettes because it's not like I have like 30 palettes or 40 palettes and there's like new pan in new palettes all the time. I have pan in pretty much all my palettes at this point. But in this palette, I already had pan in the dark purple, in this lilac purple-ish shade, and in the two like lighter like matte shades right here. But I have hit pan in Harlot about a month ago, probably not even a month ago at this point. So I've added my 5th pan to this palette, so this is definitely starting to look a bit more used as well, although I need to create a bit more pan on this side because this side doesn't look very used yet. Then, and this is one I'm going to show from a bit of a distance, no close-up shots of this one. This is my current Panda palette, and the last time I showed you guys this palette, there was pan in every shade. Since then, I've finished off a few more shades, but there still is pan in every single shade. I'm working really hard on trying to hit pan in that blush as well. Not there yet, but hopefully I will hit pan soon. We will see. But yeah, the pans have definitely expanded since the last time I showed you this palette, but more on this in my next Panda palette updates. Then a little quad here as well. This is the Catrice quad, and last time I had already hit pan in the same 2 shades as I still have pan in right now, the lighter shade and the aqua tealy shade. Working really hard to try and hit pan in the gray by my next Pando's eyeshadows update, which really only have a couple more days left, but there is a really good dip in there. So no full-on spoilers yet, but I still have hope that I might be able to get there before my update, so let's see. Then we have the Urban Decay shadow box. In here I also have a new pan. It's nice, in most palettes I actually have a new pan to show you guys, that's exciting. I already had pan in these 2 shades right here, as well as the orange shade at the bottom, but very clearly I have hit pan in this Sin shade as well. Because this was in my Panda's eyeshadows, I believe, so it's a very easy like highlighty shade for me, so I just put that on my brow bone and hit pan on it easily enough. But it's nice to see 4 pans in this palette right now. It's definitely starting to look more and more used. I'm still working on Flash and Lost. Lost, I can't really say I'm working on it. It's in a project, but I'm not really focusing on it. Flash definitely has more of a dip since like the last time I filmed my like products I've hit pan in, but there is a lot of work still to do on that one, I think. Although the dip is pretty significant already. Then the Creative Me 2 palette from Coastal Scents. In here, no specific changes. This pinkish shade is in my Panda's eyeshadows at the moment, but no new pan specifically. I have pan in the bronzy shade, in the yellow, and in the green. And that is how it was last time I did an update like this for you guys before. So no major changes, but 3 pans is still not too bad. Then we've got the Sigma Makeup quads that I have right here. And this one also no changes. I had hit pan in the green and in the blue already, and that is still the case. So yeah, still nice. And there definitely is like change on this one. This is my little quad where I'm still working on the black shade. I have made some nice progress since April, but this black, I've panned multiple black eyeshadows before, as most of you guys know, and it's never easy to finish off a black, but this guy is next level. Like, it moves so slowly, it's so hardly pressed, but we're just gonna keep on trucking, I guess. So yeah, but I still have pan on it, so that's good. Then, and this one I need to be a bit careful with because there's little chunks in here at the moment. Another Panda palettes, and yes, it's starting to break off even more. Also no close-up for this one, but pan on the dark brown shade, of course, you guys know. And the pan is expanding. I'm really using it a lot at the moment, so I might not have pan there anymore soon because hopefully that shade will be gone soon. Then I have my Miss Helen eyeshadow, which you guys are also very familiar with. I have pan in that shade. Surprise, surprise. there just is a lot of eyeshadow left in here still, and I'm still very, like, just the idea of trying to finish this whole thing off is very daunting. So this will probably be showing up in a good few more of these videos before it's actually gone, but let's see. Then we're moving on to blushes and those types of products, brushes, highlighters, bronzer. Starting off with, I'm trying to go mostly in the same order as I did in my previous video. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but that's what I'm trying to do. This guy right here, I have hit the slightest bit of pan kind of along the side, which is really hard to see, but in the close-up maybe you can see that, like, along the side. It's getting a bit dark in here, so it's hard for me to see even, but around the bottom right here there is pan or stone or whatever you want to call it. Then I have my sleek blush. This hasn't really changed since I showed you guys this last, but there definitely is a good bit of pan in this blush as well, which is always exciting. Then we have my Revlon blush, and as much as this is on my list of trying to finish this off this year, that's not gonna happen. But I did hit some more pan. I did not hit, I expanded the pan. That's what you call that in English. I expanded the pan a little bit, like nothing major, but it's moving-ish, so that's good. And then one that has definitely moved since the last time I showed it to you guys, probably won't be able to show this to you guys anymore soon enough, is my Albatros highlighter from NARS. As you can see, I've repressed it and there really isn't that much left in here anymore, so yeah, this hopefully will be done before the end of the year. That's the goal. Then we have my L'Oreal Glam Bronze. This has been around for a good while as well in these videos, I feel like, but I've very much expanded the pan, and like last time I felt like I had proper pan to show you, but like this is like proper pan. I'm almost done with all of the blush side. For some reason I just happened to put my brush in more in that direction. So that just started to move first, and it's starting to crumble a little bit because of course like it's three pieces kind of glued together in a certain way, and like once I started like hitting the highlighter a bit more, it started to crumble a little bit, like those last pieces that are attached to the highlighter basically. But I'm really happy with the progress that I managed to make this year. Might be another year or two before I manage to finish this one off, but at least we're making nice progress. And then for my bronzer, this, oh yeah, the cap is falling off. This is my bronzer, and it pretty much looks empty, but I've still got a little bit of product along the sides here and a little bit in the top corner there, so we're not completely there yet, but I'm using this as a bronzer and in my eyebrows at the moment just because it's getting harder and harder to pick up what's left in the corner, so I'm just using a brush that I use for my eyebrows as well. I might try and do one last repress for this one just to make sure that I can still keep using it as a bronzer as well. Like I'm using it to contour, like at the sides of my face. So yeah, really not a lot left in there anymore. So also there the goal is to hopefully finish that off before the end of this year. And then like these were products that I've shown you guys before. I think it's one less because I did finish off a palette since my last time I did one of these videos, but I've got some new things to show you guys. These are a few palettes that were still in my childhood bedroom that I never properly moved to Dublin and somewhat forgot about. There is pan in this. This smells very, like not off. It's always smelled this way, but it's not the most expensive or great quality eyeshadow, but this is just like memories for me basically. I've got, I wouldn't say 4 pans, but there still is a little bit of eyeshadow left in this pink shade as well, so 5 pans in here when it comes to the eyeshadows. And then there's blushes underneath, and I have 2 pans there as well. Oh, sorry for the mirror. 2 pans in the blushes, as you can see. So yeah, that's nice as well. Then I have my 88 palettes. Pretty sure that is what they are, 88. In here, like there is one loose in here, so I'm gonna be careful a little bit, but I've got pen in those two shades, and I think, to be honest, that is because it didn't really arrive in the very best state. It looks pretty okay, but I think both of these were fairly crumbly. I may have hit pen in this one because it's like just a highlighty shade that I've combined with stuff around here, but it probably was partly crumbled already as well. But there are two pens in here, so it's nice to at least show you guys and see if by the next time I do an update like this, maybe I will have hit a bit more pen in this one as well, because they might roll in my pen as eyeshadows or something. And then we also have my blush palettes that I've never showed you guys before and that I haven't worked on for a really long time. I haven't really had in my collection for a really long time. I have finished off these two blushes and I have pan on this one. So also this one looks relatively used, at least in this region. There's definitely some blushes in here that I haven't really touched a whole lot yet, but that might change as well in the next year, depending on like some decisions you guys are trying to help me make at the moment. So yeah, that was all. As I said, I'm fairly happy with the fact that in a lot of my eyeshadow palettes I've added at least one pan. I didn't feel like I made a huge like difference when it comes to my pen as eyeshadows this year, but most of these, two of them actually, I did hit in my Panner's Pan project as well, so that helps apparently, which is nice. And yeah, those are all the products that I've hit pan on. I hope you guys liked just kind of looking at them with me and seeing what has changed since the last update that I did in April. And that is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye!